As we said, 150,000 people in Maine counties are under shelter-in-place orders at this hour. One town under that order is Auburn. It borders Lewiston and Bowdoin, where the alleged shooter lived. James Levesque is the mayor of Auburn, Maine, and he joins us live. And that's where the reunification center was open last night, where, you know, the awful job of these families trying to find what happened to their loved ones was happening. First of all, Mayor, I've got to ask you, roads are blocked, businesses, schools closed. How long can you keep all these people on lockdown?
As long as it takes. I mean, everybody in Auburn understands that the reality of the situation is we have two priorities. One is to capture the suspect. Two is to provide solace to the victims, their families, and start healing this community.
There are some reports out there that the accused shooter, Robert Card, left a note for his family. Have you heard anything about that?
No, I have not.
All right. Had Robert Card had any run-ins with the law before? Do you know?
I mean, that's part of an active investigation, and there's certain things I can and cannot discuss, of course. I'm not going to go into that, anything specific about the suspect at this time.
Okay, so the only reason I was wondering is there are also reports that he had previously broken up with a longtime girlfriend, and that these two locations he struck were both places that he had gone with her in the past, and that she may have even registered for a bowling tournament at the bowling alley. You don't know anything about that?
Again, it's an active investigation. I'm not going to comment on something that may or may not be true at this time until things are coming out and released by appropriate legal official or law officers.
So tell me about this reunification center that you set up in your town. How did this work, and who was there to help these families as they went through what could be undoubtedly one of the worst moments of their lives?
Yeah, absolutely. So all the witnesses for both businesses were brought to a centralized location in Lewiston, where statements were gathered. Then they were shipped over to the reunification center. At that point, we had healthcare professionals, EMS, first responders there. We had their families come in. At that point, we had a good, secure location for them to be reunited. It was stressful, emotional situation, as you can imagine. Primarily in this location, thankfully, reunification is a joyful event, emotionally filled, of course. But that was a positive. When the reunification stopped, and the families that were still left were there, that's when the gravity of the situation really took hold, especially for me.
Oh my gosh, that must have been very hard to be there.
It was not the easiest thing I've done as mayor.
So what are you what's your advice tonight to the citizens of Auburn and really Lewiston, because you're twin communities, you're basically just over the river from each other. What message would you like to tell them tonight?
Stay calm. Trust in the professionals that are out there, our local, state, and federal partners. We will get resolution of this issue, and we will start healing as a community.
And are you getting everything you need?
Everything, yes, absolutely. I had Governor Mills and Senator King in my office for a couple hours today as we're talking about the response, especially the emotional response that's needed in our community and the healing that's going to have to take place over a period of time. So yes, we do have what we need, and we've been very, very thankful and grateful for the outpouring of support. I have had mayors from around the country reach out to me to share their advice when dealing with similar situations. And we have a good network of leaders throughout this country. And I'm glad that, they're there for us.
Yeah, you have 18 families in your community who are just going through hell right now and will need all the help they can get.
Yes.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.